Now, whatsoever is for the good of state and public, and that is not going against Sharia, to adopt it, that is not only permissible, but that is recommended. Because what is the purpose of state? What is the purpose of state? To provide good to the general public. So whatsoever good is there, and that is not going against Sharia, so then you have to adopt it. And if there is a little bit mixture of evil with that good, so cut off that evil part and practice the right part. Now, the Muslims, they saw that the Romans and Faris, Persia and Roman, they both have their governmental system. So they adopted some of their concepts of government as well, which was good for the state and for the general public. But in this regard, they were looking at three things. Number one, considering before that the basic principles of Deen. Number two, the good of Ummah. And number three, the environment, the situation and circumstances. And that was because human, they have aql, they have senses. And senses and aql both are the sources or the means of receiving or getting knowledge. Even Sharia has left a very vast field for the use of aql in the light of Quran and Sunnah. Use of aql, but in the light of Quran and Sunnah. And that's why in Holy Quran Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, Inna fi dhalika la zikra liman kana lahu qalbun aw alqa as-sam'a wa huwa shaheed. So liman kana lahu qalbun, that is aql, aw alqa as-sam'a, that is naql, wa huwa shaheedun, that is hawas and senses. And also Allah said, Inna sam'a wal basara wal fu'ada kullu ulaika kana anhu mas'ula. So sam'a in one tafsir, that is naql, basar, that is hawas, fu'ad, that is aql. And Imam Bayhaqi narrated a hadith. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, someone, he will be praying and fasting, but he would be rewarded to the level of his aql, how much he knows that. To the level of his aql mean how much he understands that. وَإِنَّمَا يُجْزَى بِقَدْرِ عَقْلِهِ. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, إِنَّمَا يُجْزَى بِقَدْرِ عَقْلِهِ. Now Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, he was appointing ummal. Ummal mean the collectors. Abu Bakr kept them. Abu Ubaidah was the Secretary of Exchequer, or Amin. Exchequer mean the treasury. He was the treasurer in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam and in the time of Abu Bakr. Sayyidina Umar radhiyallahu ta'ala anhu, he was a qazi in the time of Abu Bakr. But as we mentioned before, in 1 year, nobody came to Umar. So some people explained it in the wrong way, that Umar was that much strict, that people were very much afraid of. That if I will not argue my case properly, maybe he will punish me. So that's why people were not coming for their plea or complaint. But this is not right. Actually, in major Sahaba, no any big things were happening. In minute issue, they were resolving on their own. They used to resolve it on their own before going to court. Got it? Sayyidina Usman, Sayyidina Ali and Zayd ibn Sabit, they used to be the inscribers of Abu Bakr in his Khulafat. But all that what we mentioned, they were not paid for that. They were volunteers. They were doing it for the sake of Allah. So because at that time, everyone who was in need, he had his own due right in the national exchequer, and they were paid for. They were paid. Then in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, there were some provinces and the Ummal mean the governors. In Mecca, there was Attab ibn Asid raziyallahu ta'ala an. In Taif, Osman ibn Abil As. In Sana'a, Sayyidina Muhajir. In Hadramaut, Ziyad ibn Labid Ansari. In Khawlan, Ya'la ibn Munabbih. In Zubayd and Rama', Abu Musa Ash'ari. In Habz, Muaz ibn Jabal. In Bahrain, Ala Hadrami. In Najran, Jarir ibn Abdullah. And these last three, they were coming governors there since the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam. In Dumatul Jundul, which is in Iraq area, the governor was Ayaz ibn Ghanam. In Iraq, Musanna ibn Harisa. In Thawr Bilad Muzayna, Jarash raziyallahu ta'ala an. Then Abu Bakr raziyallahu ta'ala an, he was running his government based on Shura, consultation. The major Sahaba, they were the members of his Shura. So whenever any issue came, any one, and Abu Bakr was not knowing any solution for that in Quran and Sunnah, so he used to summon the Shura. He was bringing forth the same issue, that anybody who knows any hadith in this regard, so if somebody said, yes, I heard Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam like this, then Abu Bakr used to confirm that by another Sahabi. Anybody else who supported? He heard the same. If two Sahaba said yes, so Abu Bakr said, that's the solution. Got it? Now one case came to Sayyidina Abu Bakr radiallahu ta'ala anhu. One lady came and she said that my granddaughter died. My granddaughter died and she does not have her mom alive. I am the grandmom. Do I have any share in her property? That was after Salatul Zuhr. So Sayyidina Abu Bakr, he asked Sahaba, these major Sahaba were there in the prayer, that anybody who knows any hadith in this regard. So Mughira ibn Shu'bah raziyallahu ta'ala an, he said, yes, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, in the absence of mom, he gave the same 1/6 of the property to the grandmom. Got it? So Abu Bakr said, anybody else who know that? So Muhammad ibn Maslam Ansari, he said, yes, I know that. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave her 1/6 of the property, the share of the direct mom. So there is no deduction against a text. So Abu Bakr said, that is Sharia. Yes, because deduction or ijtihad against the nas of Quran or nas of hadith, that is halal, that is haram. Say, that is haram. You cannot do any deduction against Quran and Sunnah. Same was the case of Sayyidina Umar raziyallahu ta'ala anhu. Like as he conquered an area of Magians. So these Magians asked Sayyidina Umar raziyallahu ta'ala anhu, they treat us the way you are treating Jews and Christians. Means you are letting them to be on their own homeland and they will pay the zimma, the tax, protection, tax. Zimma mean what?
Protection tax.
Protection tax. So treat us like this. But Sayyidina Umar, he was looking here and there. He said, anybody knows any decision of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam in this regard? So Abdurrahman ibn Auf radiyallahu ta'ala, he said, yes. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, Sunnu bihim sunnat ahlil kitab. Adopt in them the way you are doing with the Jews and Christians. So Sayyidina Umar radiyallahu ta'ala an, he fixed a protection tax on them. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلقه محمد وآله وأصحابه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. So Mawli Yusuf, I think until your Umrah, we will finish this book and you will